The Vectrex is a vector display-based video game console developed by Smith Engineering. It was first released for the North American market in November 1982, and then in Europe and Japan in 1983. At the time of recording this video, it's November 2022, which means it's been 40 years since the Vectrex was originally released. Happy birthday, Vectrex. Sit back, relax, and let's jump right into my Vectrex video. In this video, I'm going to be covering a few things, all Vectrex related. I'm going to be showing my new Old Stock Vectrex console. I'm going to be discussing that it's 40 plus years old now, the console. I'm also going to be showing my Vector Patrol complete in box, and it is a developer copy because I was one of the beta testers back in 2013, 2014. And the only Vectrex video on my channel right now, believe it or not, is from August 13th, 2014, when I showed the game when it was in beta. And at the time, it was the only video on YouTube showing gameplay of how the game was going to be, etc. There'll be a link in my description for you to check that out if you haven't seen it. It's a pretty short, fun video, but, 8 plus years ago. So, all right. We're going to get into it and start talking about the box and the console and move on from there. If you want to jump around in my video, I'll have a video index down in my description with timestamps. So if you just want to see the stuff about the box, boom, you can do it. If you want to see the stuff about Vector Patrol, boom, you can do it. If you just want to get to the end and see the shout outs and blah, 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 you can do that. All right, here we go. I want to do a little bit of channel housekeeping. Reason being, this video is to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Vectrex being released. But the last video I did on my channel that was Vectrex related, matter of fact, it's the only video I've done until this one, was back in August 2014, on August 13th, so August 13th, 2014. And it was showing the beta version of Vector Patrol. I was one of a handful of people that were doing testing and helping Kristof Tuts fine-tune the game. There was a bunch of us all around, some in the US and some in other countries, just to see if it, how it was playing on an NTSC machine, a PAL machine, etc. The game was finally released to the public in 2018, but for all of us that helped out, we got early production copies, and that's what I wanted to show off here really quick. And for those that watched my video, link in the description, I was using the VecMulti, which you see here. And then now when I do beta testing and development, I use the PiTrex, and I'll do some dedicated videos on those at some point. Can't promise when, but it'll happen. But yeah, so back to Vector Patrol. The box is the standard box that people would get now. It's got the cartridge and the manual, so I'm not going to show all that. There's plenty of videos that show all that. But what I want to show you is my early serial number. Check this out. Number 47. So all of us that were doing beta testing back then, we got early serial numbers of the game, and a lot of people wouldn't care about that, but it's pretty cool. It's a collectible thing, and just, hey, look, now when there's thousands of copies of the game out there, you can be like, I've got an early copy. And what else? Here is the screen overlay. All right, now let me go and get what y'all want to see. My complete in box Vectrex console that was new old stock until I opened it up. I've been a Vectrex game player user since the early 2000s. I didn't really do anything with the console back when it came out in 1982, and I don't even recall even knowing anyone that had one. I remember seeing them in the stores like Toys R Us and stuff. But I got a used loose one early 2000s. I think I paid $40 for it, which now in 2022 is unheard of. You can't even get a controller for 40 bucks. But in late 2010, early 2011, there was a warehouse find that I got tipped off to, and there was, I don't know, a pallet or two of new Old Stock Vectrexes, and that's where this one came from. It was sealed, had never been opened. The last time it was open is when the machine went into the box, and in 1982, 83, and then I opened it. So I'm the original owner of this Vectrex, and I've again have had this since late 2010, early 2011. When I got this one, the loose unit I sold to a friend for $60. And at the time, I felt really bad about doing that because it was a friend. But loose controllers back in 2010, 2011 were going for around 40, $50. So I thought a whole console for 60 was a friend deal. So anyway, yeah, so here is the box. It's near mint. It's got a couple of little dings and bangs. There's a little kind of scratch up there, and we'll turn it around here on the side, and I got a little ding right here, and we'll turn it around and show you this, but and down here, there's a little bit of ripping on the box. And then here is the other side. So you've seen all four sides. And here we have got, it's got the serial number, and I'll show you that up close, and then also the actual console and what came in the box. This again has the foam, the lower foam, the top foam. There's a cardboard piece. It's got the silica bag, and it's even got the bag with the manual, registration, all the things that came with it. So let me grab that, and we'll move on with the video. We're going handheld mode here. Here is the serial number 117590A, and we are going to go up and down into the box, and there is the lower foam. You can see the silica bag right there from the 80s, just all tired and worn out. And then I've already taken it out, but I'm going to put it back in the bag. You'll see me in the bag. I'm putting the bag back in the box, and this bag would go around the console, but I use my console so I don't keep it in the box. Here is the top piece of foam, and that would go in like so, on the console. And then there was this top piece of cardboard right here that sat on the top, and then of course the bag of paperwork, which I'm going to show that on the table here in just a moment. Here is all the original paperwork that came in my Vectrex that you would have gotten back in the day. Again, this was a new old stock machine. I opened it up. I had friends of mine back then that were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're going to open it up." And I'm like, dudes and dudettes. I bought the Vectrex to use it, and I wanted to be able to say I'm the only one that's opened this box and used it, and I know the history of the machine. So yeah, here is the paperwork. I've already taken it out of the plastic bag. It's got the owner's manual. It's got the Vectrex passport. It's got this awesome order form to get the carrying case, and oh man, would I love to have one of those. The dust cover was only $5.95 US, and the cool carry case was only $14.95. Can you imagine? I mean, now those things go for hundreds of dollars or more. So yeah, if anyone's got one, they want to give me a deal, let me know. But I am not paying full-blown eBay price for that. But cover's pretty cool. But I've got a handmade cover on my machine. You'll see soon. We've got this important reminder paperwork. There are 13 different minefields. Okay, so this is for Mindstorm, the built-in game. Nothing on the back. We have got the join the Vectrex Arcade System Owners Club. It's free. You would have filled this out and you would have mailed it in to GCE Vectrex Owners Club in San Francisco, California. And then you would keep that for your records. Should I fill this out and send it in and join the club? And then here, this is what's really cool. So this is the Mindstorm overlay in its original sleeve. And in here, so here is Here's the overlay, and this thing is beautiful. Again, it was brand new, and I use it all the time. And then also inside, get it out of here, is the Mindstorm manual. Pretty cool. Yeah, just look at this thing for the, it's got a little bit of rust or something. I mean, this thing was in a warehouse for who knows how long. I want to put all this away. I'm going to set up my console here and show you that next. This is my Vectrex with its homemade dust cover on it. Mrs. Geek with Social Skills made this for me 8-10 years ago, and it is form fitted to the console. I'll turn it here in a moment and you'll be able to see that. It's really awesome. And at the time when she went to make me a dust cover, she asked what kind of fabric I wanted, and being into rock and heavy metal music, I said, I don't know, something with fire and flames or skulls or something, pick something out like that. So she went to the fabric store and found this piece of fabric with flames, black, red, yellow, just really awesome. And at the time I didn't notice it, but if you look now, I mean, I know now, but you're watching this video right now, look at the flames. Initially you're like, that's cool, there's just flames. But if you look inside the flames, what do you see? You see a hot chick dancing around in the flames. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess kind of like a little Easter egg or whatever. Most people that have seen this are like, oh, cool flames. But, look what's in the fire. It's pretty awesome. All right, let me turn this on the side and show you the profile. And here it is from the side. You can still see there's fire and flames and, the hot chick dancing in the fire. But yeah, look at the curves right here. It just follows the machine. So nice. And I just thought of something, Cal. I bet you're watching this right now going, Sean is caressing the curves of the machine. And you would be right. All right, are we going to leave that in? I think we'll leave that in. I've gone ahead and removed the dust cover from my machine to show you the back. You'll notice I have the cord wrapped up and what looks like a toilet paper roll. You would be correct. Used toilet paper rolls, after you've run out of the toilet paper, are great for cable management. You already have it, waste not, want not. Well, here is the back of the console. We're going to zoom in here and you'll see the serial number there. 117590A matches the box. The unit says made in Taiwan. Pretty cool. If you own a Vectrex, it'd be cool to know what your serial number is. Leave a comment down below. And I think now we're going to get it plugged in, and we're going to plug in Vector Patrol and wrap up this video. Once again, I want to say happy 40th birthday to the Vectrex, November 1982. We're now in November 2022. 40 years. This is awesome. This console's awesome. I love the Vectrex. I've been a Vectrex fan for a long time. Before I turn on Vector Patrol and show you that to exit out this video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. These are the folks that support me on Patreon, patreon.com/geek with social skills. And all right, let's go ahead and turn on the Vectrex, hear the awesome buzz, and see the production final version of Vector Patrol. Crank up the volume and let's watch. Here we go. Vector Patrol. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. Comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.